Hey, wow, looky here, stuff about My Little Pony, whoa. Yeah, I just wanted to do some redesigns for the main six and talk about it. I took a lot of inspiration from other people's designs just in general, so if you see similarities to redesigns you've already seen, there's a good chance that I indeed saw it. Alright, first things first, the main change to Twilight here is that she's an earth pony instead of a unicorn. While earth ponies have their own type of magic, I felt like it'd be cool to have an earth pony having a type of unicorn magic without actually being a unicorn, as well as giving Celestia more of a reason to have Twilight be her star student and be in her sights to be a princess. A bit of other small changes that don't come up just yet, she got her cutie mark in the same way as Canon, but because of that power surge, she gained the colored stripes in her hair. As in beforehand, she was just a dark purple earth pony with the white bits. Her family is also earth ponies, having unicorn ancestors, explaining Twilight's affinity to magic. What am I gonna do about shining armor? I'll cross that bridge when I get there. I plan to give Spike some kind of physical-looking connection to Twilight due to being hatched by her, but we'll talk about him more another time. Finally, onto the Friendship is Magic Part 1 and 2 design. I'm deciding to give the redesign some type of clothing as it makes them more identifiable from the background ponies. Anyway, a very common thing to add to a Twilight redesign is glasses, because she's the smart character. Fucking nerd. I decided to give her silver circular glasses, as well as I made her have cute little cuffs and a huge nerdy looking bow, also in cooler colors. Her being entirely cool colors like blue, silver, and purple I think makes her look less approachable and more closed off, as the only warm colors she has are in her eyes. She's got both her mane and tail up in a tight bun to also show her being more closed off. Her magic color at this point is a very light peachy color, like her light pink in the earlier seasons. And though that's because they were still experimenting with how unicorn magic looked and colors for everyone, lots of people attribute it to Twilight's magic getting stronger over time with the help of her friends. Alright, third episode and onward design. After her and the others encounter with the elements, Twilight's cutie mark changes to have 5 extra sparkles around it to represent her friends. I kind of forgot about Spike, so just pretend there's 6 sparkles instead of 5, okay? Okay. Twilight gets her cuffs and color to be tinted yellow instead of blue. Her tie is now pink and less nerdy, and she's got golden glasses to make her look more inviting and eye-catching. You'll also notice her hair. She's got a white stripe, adding that her magic has changed once more due to her making friends and all that junk. She also loosened her hair and put her tail down, getting some side bits around her face, making her look less like she's got a bowl cut, and showing that she's making a change to become more approachable. Besides becoming less translucent after her encounter with the Ursa Minor and Ghostbusters, it stays mostly the same color. Alright, cutie remarking. Instead of becoming an alicorn at the end of that episode, Twilight becomes a unicorn, gaining a curved golden horn with a bit of white tint on the end. This marks the start of her really becoming more powerful, as she's able to channel her magic easier, though she does have quite a bit of trouble adjusting to channeling her power to the horn. As in, for a while we see her struggling with her magic. There'd be a few episodes where we focus on her troubles adjusting, maybe a couple where something goes wrong because of her still adjusting to the horn. During the transformation, her hair becomes loose from the bun she always has it in, and she just decides to keep it down, so no more bun. She also gained some dark spots, and her hooves turned gold as well. I was going for the dark spots being in the shape of a cape kinda, and I think that translated nicely. Also, she's got it on her face. Due to her magic being much more powerful now, it's a much more saturated orange color, like her eye. Finally, to the alicorn transformation. When does this happen? I have no damn clue. It's been a while since I've watched the show, and from what I can remember, there isn't a place that stands out as a good place for the second transformation to happen. I was thinking maybe during the tree arc, but I think that requires Twilight to already be an alicorn because she has to take other princesses' magic, and I wouldn't want her to just become an alicorn out of necessity. So it would have to happen before that. But as mentioned, no other time currently sticks out to me. Anyway, eventually it happens. Twilight gets wings, which have both fully white feathers and some white tinted feathers. Her cutie mark upgrades have way more stars all around it to show the new friends and relationships she's made throughout her journey, and her new role as the Princess of Friendship. Still having the 6 main stars, representing the other main 6 and Spike, of course. Her magic color doesn't change besides becoming more saturated and, of course, more powerful. Here we go, everyone's favorite lesbian farm horse. I think the most important change is that I tried to make her more buff, which isn't anything new. I think it would have been nice to have Applejack have a buffer look in the show as well, but Hasbro is a toy company first and foremost, so that wasn't gonna happen. She also has longer hair around her hooves like Big Mac's in the show. Also, you'll see in the speed paint that I was gonna have her holding a barrel, but it covered up too much, so I ended up scrapping it. Her cutie mark is similar to her one in the show, and I don't have any problem with how it's handled in the show. Accepting her role in the farm and going back to where she feels she belongs works great. Her cutie mark starts off as 3 red apples, one being cut to show 3 apple seeds in the middle to represent Granny Smith, Apple Bloom, and Big Mac. Along with her hat, I gave her some cowboy boots. I did end up giving her that at the end, however, so you won't see it for a bit. I was going to give her braids at first as well, but decided against it as I just don't think that's something she'd do unless it's for a special occasion. Which, actually, for the Summer Sun celebration, she would have done. Well, pretend I did do braids for her first 2 episodes. I made her coat a more brown color instead of the orange, and made her hair look more blonde rather than yellow. Of course, she also has fancy schmancy lighter bits on her hooves, rump, and on her face. I did also leave in her freckles because they're cute. Oh, also, I made her hair be naturally curly like her mom's, and changed the red hair ties to be green like her eyes. Now, as we're talking about the first 2 episodes, I'm changing Applejack's element to loyalty. That isn't a new take or anything. For lots of fans, loyalty fits with Applejack's backstory and general vibe much better. Like, hell, in The Return of Harmony, she ends up staying at her farm. She's loyal to the farm, expanding to Ponyville most of the time. This does mean that her little scene explaining her element would be changed, and my idea is still on that cliffside. Applejack has to decide either to save her new friends and risk dying, therefore not being able to go back to the farm, or running away to get back to the farm and to her family. I think this would be shown by Applejack being able to pretty easily get out of the landside because of her strength, seeing everyone getting surrounded and almost squashed. She runs back in to save everyone with her strength, breaking the rocks and all that jazz. Into the 3rd episode onward. Like I said, we're pretending that I gave her braids for the first 2 episodes, so her hair is down now. And I'm also making a small change to her cutie mark than what's shown. The apples are going to stay red instead of the multicolors, as I have decided that would probably happen later at some point. So, red apples with 8 seeds instead of 3, meaning she added her other 5 friends to her most important people and adding white to her lighter splotches. You'll see that I did make one with her hair being short, but I didn't like it, so ignore that. I don't really know where I want Applejack to earn the extra colors for her cutie mark. I'd either want it to be for the cutie remarking after Twilight's transformation, or during the tree arc when they all get those, items. I think it'd be cool for each of the other main 6 to get their cutie marks changed on their own, but still having it be connected. Speaking of, for the tree arc, I do actually think that the Flim Flam Miracle Curative Tonic kind of works, even as Applejack's the element of loyalty. Her moral dilemma being disloyal to her family and community by siding with Flim and Flam instead of her just lying. Hey, wow, that's it. I hope you all enjoyed. Next time you'll see this series, I'm planning on doing Pinkie Pie and Fluttershy. If you liked this video, consider sticking around. I'll be doing more videos like this, talking about my OCs, other fun redesigns, drawing challenges, and much more in the future. If word-accompanied speed paints like this aren't your thing, however, I'll be having a speed paint up of all the main 6 plus Spike when I finish them, and hopefully other speed paints as well, so stay tuned. However, maybe you did like my ramblings and want to hear more. I've currently got a video up of me playing the Noirmore Academy demo, and more gaming videos to come. Consider checking it out.